Hello Jiwaku, welcome back to I5 channel. Expand your knowledge with us. After we talk about the regression model in the last video, now we will talk about a specific type of model that is widely used, an artificial neural network. Neural network were first proposed in 1944 by Warren McCulloch and Walter Pitts, two University of Chicago researchers who moved to MIT in 1952. Neural networks is inspired from the human neural system, which sends neurotransmitters from the receptor to the brain and spine. First, we will talk about the architecture of artificial neural network. Artificial neural network is made up of neurons. The picture shown on the screen right now is the simplest type of neuron, a single input neuron. This neuron has weight, denoted by letter W, bias, denoted by letter B, and activation function, denoted by letter F. This neuron receives an input denoted by letter P and generates output denoted by letter A. To produce the output, we have to calculate N, and N is the value of input multiplied by weight plus bias. After that, we use N as the input to the activation function to get the output value. The activation function can vary. Some of the functions that you can choose are identity function, sigmoid function, 10H function, and ReLU, and many others. Next, we have multiple input neurons. The calculation is the same as a single input neuron, except for N. Here we have some input denoted by letter P1 until PR, and some weight denoted for every input. We get N from summing all input multiplied by the corresponding weight plus bias. An artificial neural network can consist of many layers, and every layer can consist of many neurons. In this picture, we can call the first layer as the input layer, the second layer as the hidden layer, and the third layer as the output layer. There are many kinds of modification in artificial neural network. Now we have a feed-forward neural network. This is the traditional form of artificial neural network. We have talked about the architecture before, so we will not repeat that. And second is recurrent neural network or RNN, an artificial neural network with memory. RNN remembers things learned from prior input while generating output. RNN are commonly used for time series data to make a prediction. For example, for stock price prediction. Next is convolutional neural network or CNN. CNN is any artificial neural network which has at least one convolution layer. Convolution layer consists of three stages. First is convolution stage, when the matrix calculation occurs. Second is detector stage, or ReLU stage in this picture. Here we apply nonlinear activation function. And last is pooling stage. CNN is commonly used for image processing. And the last example is the radial basis neural network or RBF network. Radial basis neural network is an artificial neural network which uses radial basis function as activation function. Radial basis function is any function p that has the same result if we use x, or the length of x, as the input. In this picture, the RBF network has two layers. The first layer uses the radial basis function, and the second layer uses regular activation function. The example of RBF network is general regression neural network. So, it's time to end our lesson about artificial neural network. Keeping up for the next video about geothermal and technology in Jiwa system.